my brothers lost a video game, they would put a hole in the wall and then go drive their car off a cliff, you know, and like fuck 10 women or something. Like they were so fucking out of their gourd.
You did have a keyboard bounce off your wall the other day, but that was Super Meat Boy.
But that's Super Meat Boy, and he's not that way all the time.
No, yeah, it's just. When I first started hanging out in Zeke's chat, I heard the legend of Zeke playing regular Meat Boy back in the day. So
my God.
So in Chad, Meat Boy Zeke is a.
I'm gonna be honest. I only think my controller survived because Millie was in the room.
So you know.
Whoa. You probably should go through what to do because it's a boss fight.
We stand on the things when they're green and fight from there. You shoot the things on the thing.
Rod doesn't know.
We've done this.
I've never done this one before.
Rod's never done this one. Yeah, this one. I've only done this one once.
This one first. Very important.
There's also health down here behind the mule if anybody needs to go down there and get it.
That one first, you said?
That one first, yeah.
How do you know which one's first?
Because it's.
Fuck that Rager. Like your ex angry, exactly. Like actual scary. Like make you very uncomfortable. And
what'd you say?
Fucking hate it.
Bottom one is always the one facing the core infuser.
Ah, gotcha. Who's digging this out?
I don't know. I was looking at the bottom. I'm not digging it out. Just looking at the top of it, kind of. I saw it was underground, so I was like, what does it look like?
Put down a shield like right as we start, like when the purple things start hitting.
Rod, do you know what to do? These things are gonna like have a green circle around them, and you're gonna want to attack from inside the sphere.
Yeah, I'll follow him around. So you just want me to throw a shield down when we start?
Throw a shield down when the purple stuff starts coming close to you guys.
Okay.
I'll start it. Get there faster.
Do you use fire for this one, Eliza, or just a gun? What's better?
You can use fire. Fire is more damage.
Okay. Axes are really strong against this one.
Axes are too.
Imagine using axes.
I'm okay with it if it's a big guy.
Need some light, yeah.
I don't think we have an engineer. Or I mean, what's he called? Scout. Thank you.
Scout.
Oh.
Oh.
I threw it too far.
I mean, it's fine.
Oh. Oh, I'm getting fucked up.
Oh, me too. What's happening? Okay.
Purple
just gonna
hit like trucks. That's what
ow.
Oh, I see. Dodge him.
Yep, I'm watching him too.
Oh God, I've like so. He almost just.
Which one are we on right now?
I don't know. I'm just standing on one.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Bitch, come back.
I'm down.
Oh,
Jesus
I'm down.
Christ.
Yeah, that's why. Oh boy.
I need to, Gov. ADD rage is so real. Oh my God, same.
Oh, now I'm down too.
If you ever hear me shouting like randomly that I fucking hate myself, that's the ADD rage that comes out of me. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna fucking break everything. I fucking hate this.
Where's the gunner? There's the gunner.
So there's a thing. I saw an article. I saw an article about it, like about ADHD, and there's a thing with ADHD, and I don't know if I think it carries over ADD too, but basically they've proven that like ADD and ADHD people feel things. Jesus Christ, I don't know what I'm doing. They feel things way more intensely for some reason because of your I
just can't survive those purple things. Sorry, guys.
Jump over him.
All things happening to me.
Thank God.
Try to jump over him anyway.
Okay.
We just got him. He just finished him off.
I can't see what I'm supposed to be shooting. Like, where is the thing?
I can't either. I'm busy avoiding the purple.
Yeah, right? Like, I keep wanting to go around it and kill the thing, but I then get smothered and everything. Why am I being hurt? I don't know. Oh, they're on top. I see it.
It's the purple ones.
Am I about to die again?
I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh.
Just put a shield in the middle of these things that we're all standing on.
That's what I've been doing, or trying to do.
Oh my God, a shield. I feel so magical. Oh, sick.
Easy clap.
Easy clap, y'all.
Yeah, because pistol's good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure only pistol can get the prize from this.
Oh, you still get it.
He rezzed us, and
we
I threw a couple shields.
What'd you get?
A electrified reload on the Scout's assault rifle. No idea what it is.
Yay! I got some XP. Bitch, no. Oh my God, I just killed it with fire in the air. That was excellent. Fire is pretty fun, but it scares me.
Yeah, I have these incendiary grenades now, and I'm like, they kind of scare me when I throw them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dude, the best grenade. Did I just jump into fire and die? No. The best grenade, in my opinion, is the freezing one. That one's fun.
I haven't gotten that one yet.
It's the scout's grenade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
a
haven't
fun
played that
one.
much Scout either, so I've never gotten it.
Good,
so.
don't play it. You'll hate it.
Don't play it. It's so dark in here.
Is return to drop pod the uplink to mission control?
Yep.
Dude, same. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was in college, and then bipolar way later. Bipolar didn't come on until like, has it been 2 years?
I didn't get my
now?
ADHD diagnosis till I was in my 30s, and it was because like early 30s, but it was because I was smart enough through college and everything like that. But then you get into the real world and you're reading emails every day, and I would just not read emails because I would ADHD through it and stuff like that. And it was just like those monotonous
Did you
like
find that?
routines.
Oh, shit.
In the wall.
In a wall.
I also had a job for 6 years where I did about 10 hours worth of work, so I got through all that time pretty easily. So.
Yeah. Is Molly coming?
Molly isn't coming. She's gone.
She's done? Oh, can I put it in this thing then?
Yeah.
Woo!
What is this thing, and why do we have ammo?
Is it one of those left behind ammo things, whatever?
No.
To do this. Probably gonna need ammo for that.
I'm the hyperactive and inattentive. But I think the hyperactive is my bipolar.
Combined.
I didn't
I'm
know that, Andrew.
More bipolar
It also makes
than
sense
anything.
because I'd always ever heard every single person is like ADHD, not just
It's-
ADD.
ADHD-H, ADHD-C, and ADHD-I. H hyperactive, C combined, and I is inattentive.
Yeah, it's amazing though. Like, I do wonder how much of it is natural and how much of it is just what our society's turned into. Like, is
I think
helping
it's
produce-
natural, but I think it's deemed, a mental illness because it just doesn't work. We don't function in what the world is today.
I think it's natural because of all of the other symptoms that come along with ADHD, like the fact that a lot of it can mimic being deaf. Like you just don't pick up things people are saying at all.
Selective hearing.
There's a bunch of different things like rejection sensitivity. Like there's more to ADHD than just I can't focus or I'm really hyper.
That's just what people see, I think, is why it's gets like that stigma, you know? Is that like that's like the outward presentation is the hyperactive, doesn't pay attention, doesn't listen child.
Well, that's.
And we were all at the point where even me, and I'm a little bit older than you guys. It's like I
put down a bomb right there on accident.
The riddling craze of like when we were kids, and it was like, everyone would get riddled.
All the numb children.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with medicating kids. Like a young brain like that.
I do. If you see some of these kids that have like hyperactive ADHD or even inattentive ADHD, they can't get an equal education like everybody else can without medication some of the time.
Well, that's what
I
my problem
they
was.
just aren't capable of
you're literally
being on the same
describing
level.
me. That
How
was
much
me.
of the
like
our
not
society
being
just,
stupid, but for
like-
some reason still getting horrible grades because I just wasn't cut out for school.
Yeah.
It's my story of my life.
I mean, I would love to see how well I would have done in school if my ADHD would have been found when I was, a kid rather than when I was 17 and a half.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a point there. I just wonder what it does to a little brain. Like, was it better for me to struggle, or is it better to just have a pill when you're a kid, I don't know. I didn't do child psychology enough to really focus on it.
And we don't know too, right?
Yeah.
Like there's so much we don't know about how this shit affects adult brains, let alone children's brains.
Developing brains and shit. Yeah.
I mean, ADHD. How we treat it is give you speed basically. So it's like.
I don't know, but at the end of the day, it ends up being, are the potential long-term effects worse than them not being able to be at the same level as everybody else?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was like this, it's a very, very dramatic comparison, but it's the anti-vaxxer vaccines causing autism. Is autism that bad that you'd rather your kid have polio?
Ugh, God.
It's you know what's so fucked up
So
about that
idiotic.
is
I hate
autism
that.
has. I don't think the rates of autism ever have changed, right?
No, I
Maybe
think
a
it's
little
just
bit. It's just what
noticed.
we're
It's
declaring
just the
and
ratio is staying the same. The population is just bigger, and
Growing.
we're actually diagnosing.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
are
exactly.
accepting it's autism
Instead
rather
of-
than no, my kid could never.
Yeah, Rod, I've talked about that. You're closer to my age, so I've talked about, like, I don't know if you were this way. I don't know if it was just my school because it was small, but in my
Yeah.
school, I mean, it was literally special ed. Every single special kid in the school went to special ed, and it wasn't education at all.
yeah.
It was just like a room to throw those kids, basically.
So
and you didn't
we
get an
had
education
a
at
whole
all.
fucking school,
Yeah, we
that
have
they,
a
like-
really good special services school.
We did not.
but it was like
shameful.
oh, it was called like Murray Ridge, I think was the name of the school, and it was like where all the non-normal kids, because like it was a bunch of really smaller schools, right? And then so you have like sending those kids off from all the different schools in the area, right? Like, so I mean, it wasn't Katie's small school, but I graduated with less than 200 kids, so it's
That's
not
small.
yeah,
That's like normal small.
yeah.
And that was we had a special services school that let you go to school there until you were 21, I believe, and then they would they would transition you if you needed it into like a residential program or like adult services type of thing.
See, we didn't have that at all, and that's why my mom never sought out to get me any diagnosis when I was a kid, because if I did, I would have been stuck in that class and gotten zero education.
Yeah.
At the same time, we still had a like smaller special education class in our high school. I don't know why they I don't know what the difference between the special services school was and like doing special education at the high school, because it was like the same type of
Maybe it's like the level of your
moderate to lower
disability.
functioning type of people who are in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
I'm out
what
of
Katie's talking
ammo.
about, like when we were
Yeah, me too.
that age, they would just chuck, they would either give you a
down.
bunch of Ritalin and go, okay, now you're fine,
A
or
lot of
So-
Ritalin, or
The
they
problem
just
I
put you
think
in,
when you guys with the Ritalin thing was they were not necessarily overprescribing like with people, but overprescribing dosage wise.
Yeah.
Like they would overkill the dosage of the stimulant.
that
Oh,
and a huge
zombify the
study
people.
came out that parents would lie about symptoms to get their kids to seem more autistic because they just didn't like a hyperactive kid. The kid, or not autistic, excuse me, ADHD. The kids weren't actually ADHD. So then these kids would be on Ritalin, which is speed if you don't have ADHD, and it was the opposite effect, which creates like an addictive
yeah.
habit.
I think
you know?
the parents that were doing that were actually the parents that wanted the kids Ritalin.
Ew, you think so? No.
Absolutely.
You think
Oh,
parents would steal drugs
absolutely.
from their kids? Shut
know
up.
what's
You
so funny?
wait, are you actually serious? You don't think parents do that? I know that parents do that,
It's so funny because
especially controlled substances. Sorry,
how
go
I
ahead.
learned about Adderall was like texts from last night, like, and all the college kids who were like doing Adderall like it was a joy program after, because I was already out, right? And like Adderall came out after I was through school.
Yeah. Me too. I
And
mean,
so-
Adderall wasn't out until I was like in college, I don't think.
Yeah. I was out of college because I graduated college like in 2006, right? And so like
Yeah.
Adderall was just coming up as a thing then.
Yeah.
I got
I really need ammo. Are we gonna get ammo or
You
like?
guys want to
there's
get
an ammo
nitro.
thing on the
Oh,
ground.
can we just
right
go
next
in?
to
Are we
Leave it
done?
in 20 seconds or 15.
Oh, guys, get in the
Died.
thing.
Can
Get
someone
in the
come
thing.
get me?
Oh shit! I don't know if we can. Nope. There's no way I can do it in 8 seconds.
Okay,
I love you, Kate.
are we leaving without Katie? No,
Yeah,
You have to.
Yeah, you
There's
have
no
to
way.
because the pod. If you don't get in the pod, then you guys don't get
The
out.
less, yeah, the less
Did
people
you see that
who
altar,
enter
the
pod,
magic card
worse.
altar I sent to you on Twitter, Katie? For
Oh my God! Yes,
Uh-huh.
I was so confused by it, and then I looked at the picture and I was like, oh, hello.
so there's a big thing in Magic community of altering cards to be other things, and so that's what that is. So someone did that, and I thought it looked really cool though.
My coworker tries to sell me her son's Adderall all the time. Shut the fuck up.
A lot of
You know,
parents.
when you
won't
have
give-
Adderall, they literally, you're signing an agreement going, this is a controlled substance. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
But a lot of the parents will not give their kids their ADHD medication on the weekend and then sell it a lot of the time. Like, that's a
Oh
big
my
thing because
God, that's sick.
yeah, you can make big money off of ADHD medication, but the parents also don't realize that like
you're a drug
Even
dealer.
though, not, I wasn't gonna go that path. I was gonna go, even though the kid has ADHD and sure it may limit them in school, it limits them farther than just outside of school. It's like, if you had diabetes, you wouldn't just stop taking your insulin because you weren't eating that day or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Like, you
God.
always take your medication. The ADHD is the same type of thing. You always take your medication.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it's
Like-
disgusting.
What? It's one thing for a kid to sell his own drugs, I guess. I mean, that's it's still
Their
terrible.
choice.
It's
They're
your choice.
hurting themselves.
But a parent, like, going against doctor's orders and I just am ill. Sell it and get money. I mean, fuck it, dude. Shrooms
If
ain't
they turn
harmful.
out good, why not?
Parents are people, but what the fuck?
I mean, it's the same. I mean, it's not the same, but it's very similar to like high school kids taking their parents' painkillers
Yeah.
or like any other medication and selling it to their friends, like their parents' sleeping meds, that sort of shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, but the person doing it this time is supposed to be the one protecting.
Well, I mean, it's parenting in our society has become way more fucked up than it used to be. For like everyone, like a good parent, like I'll say something nice about Scott, about Scott and his wife. Like
They're
there are
great
people
parents.
yeah, there are plenty of people who have children just to have children and don't give a fuck about actually taking care of them, So,
That happened to one of my aunts. Has 2 sons, and she says it to this day that she only had kids because she thought that's what you were supposed to do, and she regrets it. And it's heartbreaking because now she's in her 70s and her whole life was dedicated to these 2 kids, and she just.
yeah.
Oh my god, they have a green beard now. Shut the fuck up.
It's like if like back in the day, if you were in your 30s and didn't have children and you were unmarried, you were a fucking outcast, right? And like it's gotten
that's
way
still
better with
today.
that. But
I get people immediately assume I'm infertile. I get that all the time. Like, oh, can you not have children? No, I don't want them.
Well, that, and then people ask, like, are you having children, right? Like, it's always an automatic assumption, and it's something that's really it's fucked up for like people like me and my wife who have been trying to have kids for years, and like people are either insensitive about it or just don't know, you know what I mean? And just like, so there's a realization that like fertility is still another one of those things that is like completely we're not perfected with it, right? Like
in
my
no
wife and I
way,
have been,
shape, or form. Exactly. Yeah.
they basically have told us, oh, there's nothing wrong. Well, we've been trying
obviously there's something.
Something's fucked up here, guys. Yeah.
Who are we missing?
I mean,
pre-rolls on pistol probably.
Oh fuck! I gotta run an ad. Hold on. Thanks, Liza.
By the way, Katie, I just saw you buy the worst upgrade in game.
Oh, I did. Oh my god, what is it?
The high explosive grenades are actually garbage.
Oh, let me get rid of it.
Yeah.
I was just
think that's
upgrading
what's
shit.
funny.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, they're like
High explosive grenades or C4?
No, the high explosive grenades.
This one, the grenade.
Yeah, they're meant to be able to use for removing dirt and removing bugs, and they're bad at both.
So keep my axe. Is what you're saying?
The axe is
For
like
sure.
the best grenade in the game.
Cool. Okay.
I like the neurotoxin.
Neurotoxin is good, but the fact that the fire explosion doesn't.
Oh,
do
I
anything
am
damage-
not. I have not worked as an RT because fuck that. I'm
But it's
pretty
fun to
positive I'd be
watch.
dead.
It's fun to watch.
All right, you ready? Oh, you
Ad.
drank it.
Do we
sick.
want to cheers then?
Oh
Ad?
yeah. Let's cheers, and then I'm gonna run an ad. Cheers.
Okay, and I'm also gonna cheers in real life.
Me too.
Where's our gunner?
Cheers.
oh, sorry, I was looking at the equipment. I'll come cheers over there.
Rod got inspired to go
I
try to
was
have a
going
child
with
real
equipment.
quick.
Yes.
I don't think it's normal to sell your kids drugs, even though people are
It's
people.
not normal, but I wanted to bring it up as like that's a thing that
Oh,
happens.
that
Yeah,
happens.
no, completely understandable. It just sickens me.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Absolutely.
Cheers.
I mean, I've gotten worse at taking my Adderall this year because of the like routines of sitting at home constantly, you know, and so I have more of it than I had before. But I'm not gonna run around and sell it, you know.
I mean, you never know what your drug might do to somebody else. What if you gave someone a heart attack?
Yep, exactly.
I would never
Or
give
they're
anything
allergic
to
to
anybody.
it or something like that, right?
Exactly.
It's
Freak
like,
accidents, man, and you're not prepared.
Yeah.
I'm prepared and I wouldn't give my drugs to anybody. Maybe Eliza because we take all the same shit.
Yeah.
I would only ever give someone the medication if they've been on it before and like
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
that they've looked at potential interactions
Yeah.
and shit.
My dad in the last couple months has gone to the hospital emergency room 5 or 6 times because they fucked with his medications, and he's diabetic, and his fucking blood pressure went up over 200 a bunch of times, and so he's been in the emergency room, and it's because they're adjusting his medications, and it fucks with his, you know.
Is it
his
medication
body.
interactions?
I have tried
I
cocaine, Andrew, and it did not work for me very much. I've told people that, and I never thought about it because of ADD. But when I did it, it was like, what the fuck?
I'm in space. I just teleported into space.
I'm
I saw
outside
you
the
guys
map.
disappear.
Hey, Kate, is that you? No, who's outside? Oh, is that me I see out here?
It's
Oh,
you and
a
Pitbull
ghost?
both disappeared, I think.
I'm in space, yeah. Oh, was that
That
an
was a
astral
fun
drink to it?
beer.
Oh yeah, the drink did it.
That was an astral projection of ourselves, wasn't it?
You get teleported either out into space or into the pod.
Children are excellent if you can hand them back. I agree. I actually love kids. I just don't want to have them permanently. I gotta pick a mission. Run an ad. Run an ad. I'm running an ad.
Run an ad.
My God, my brain.
Uh,
It's the
It's so-
worst.
Rod, enough money to hopefully stay afloat because I don't know if everybody
Yeah.
knows, but Twitch doesn't really make enough. Like, I don't think they've ever been in the black since launch. Like, they've been
Yeah.
in the red.
It's the same as YouTube. YouTube's
No
really
clue.
weird with you think of how many people have made, you know, lots of money, but YouTube itself is I don't know if they're finally making money, but it took a long time for YouTube to actually make money because it's like the servers, like running the servers constantly is just insanely expensive if you don't know. I mean, insanely expensive. So like
I would not even know how to fathom what it costs to run servers, to be honest.
yeah.
Let's get this mission rolling. Drop sequence initiated.
I mean, and you think about it, it's like that's what costs. You go, what costs
Papa
Twitch money?
Jeff.
It's servers. Servers are what costs Twitch money because that and their staff. I mean, Twitch doesn't have that big of a staff either. It's
Not
it's
anymore.
just- yeah, it's just servers. Servers are what costs like everything, and that's like
100%, yeah. I'm gonna pack a bowl while we're ship a
The
lipid.
cost of allowing partners to have like transcoding options and
Yeah.
everyone streaming simultaneously and the videos and clips that get stored on their
Yeah.
platform and the ghost like copies of the stuff that they keep for a
Oh
couple
my
months.
God, Eliza, idea. What if the whole DMCA thing was just a way to get us to delete everything so they didn't have to pay for the memory?
Wow.
I love it.
What if
I
this was
mean-
just a
It's
roundabout way to get us
YouTube's
to
problem
leave?
now, teehee.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Oh, I
it
found
sounds
an egg,
evil,
y'all.
but it
Who's
also
ready?
sounds like
Who's ready for an egg?
I'm grinding weed,
wait
sorry.
until we do the first wave first. After that, sure.
I found the egg. I won't cut it out yet. I'm gonna smoke before we actually like start fighting.
you got explodies coming in this way.
Sensory processing
Protect us.
sensitivity and caffeine is a lot. Can you explain what sensory processing sensitivity is?
It is like, it's pretty much defined by itself. You're very sensitive to any sort of thing that needs processing, whether it be audio, visual.
But what do you mean by
thoughts,
sensitive
taste.
to something that needs to be
You-
processed?
You
What's
can get
this
overwhelmed
part?
extremely easily, and
Yeah.
if you get overwhelmed, you sort of just shut
Okay.
down. Sort of
Okay.
like autistic, how they stim when they get overwhelmed. It's
Mm-hmm.
the reverse most of the
So
time.
Okay.
ADHD people will often like when you get frustrated or overstimulated, like you have too many options, you have too many things. It can just like make your brain feel like it's giving up.
Mm-hmm.
Mine feels like it shuts down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gives up. Yeah, it's
I wouldn't
like,
be surprised if I have audio processing sensitivity problems.
Bitch, where are you?
where am I getting hit from?
It's something
Can't
out
end?
here. I saw it.
Where? I got
It's
cum
like
getting shot at
it's
me
on
and
the
I almost
ceiling.
died.
It's the cum shit. It's the cum beetle. It's gonna be on the ceiling. Where is he? There he is. You get him?
Also,
Bitch.
correct me wherever I was wrong, Andrew.
Yeah, and it goes back to like what I was talking about earlier with like you feel
releasing
things
the
more
egg.
intensely. It's like what that is. It's like emotions and like can feel way like stronger for us. That's
Yeah.
why I think a lot of ADHD people are very like not over the top, but are very animated people, right?
You think so? You think that's why?
I think that has something to do with it, yeah. Because
I've
it's like,
always been
what else-
that way.
I mean, and there's a lot of them on Twitch, right? A lot of people on Twitch are super ADHD, and you go, why? It's because it's an environment that, like, oh god, come, dude's on the wall again, to the ceiling.
Got him.
More. Pimples! Pimples!
I'm stuck in a hole.
Fuck me.
You okay?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah, I'm
like
good.
a lot of the people I
Threw my
know
axe
and
on
have read on
accident.
Twitch that aren't ADHD just stream one single game. And so, like, I think as I've gone into switching from doing only Hearthstone back in the day into this, it's like,
Oh my god, I forgot you were like a Hearthstone
Yeah.
streamer. I love
And
Hearthstone. I play it every night on my iPad.
I mean, I literally, I've said it before, I literally, I had 1,000 wins for all the classes. I had, like, I was writing for Tempo Storm for my, about Wild. I mean, I was into it. I just, it wasn't good for my mental state.
That is insane, dude.
Yeah.
That is like deep.
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time on it. I mean, the problem was I used to play it all the time on my phone. Like, that was the big thing that made it worse, you know?
That sounds. I mean, I've never even bought a pack on the game.
Oh, I spent probably a couple $1,000 on Hearthstone. At the end, the last 6 months, a year, we had a Patreon for my podcast, and
another egg down
they
here.
were paying for packs for all our expansions, so I dropped spending money, but I played for 5+ years, so
Wow.
yeah.
That's like fucking intense, dude.
Oh, it was
I'm
a lot of people. And you talk about who was it? Was it was it Lenny? Someone was talking about the Rage ads. Somebody was talking about him in chat a little while ago, and that Hearthstone is one of those games that shit happens all the time.
Rage ads? What do you mean?
Yeah, so you friend request people and then you say horrible things to them because you're mad they beat you in Hearthstone.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah,
it's like rage whispers, like you fucking suck.
Yeah.
All you do is snipe.
yeah, and so it's
Oh,
a big
hate tells.
thing
Okay, I get
Hate
it. I
tells,
get
yeah,
it.
sorry.
Hate tells.
They're the
No, I get
ESO
you.
hate tells.
I heard your brain.
I need ammo here pretty soon.
Really? How?
'Cause
Oh,
that fucking cannon goes through ammo so fast.
You gotta use your second or two.
well, I was blown up next to an egg, and I apologize.
I'm coming.
I didn't kill that thing.
I got her.
I got cornered by a pinball. Bitches, out of here. Thank you.
Are you trying to get out, Kate?
I was trying to. Is there no egg in here? Did we get it?
We grabbed it. That's
Oh,
what we're
sick.
fighting.
Thank you.
Well, that
I
was
was
actually the first one we grabbed.
I was coming around, and I just got cornered by a pinball dude. He blew me up. Pimple. He blew me
Pimple.
up.
He blew you.
Rest over there.
That's interesting, Andrew. I almost wonder if I was that way when I was little, but my mom made fun of me a lot, so I like became numb instead. If that makes sense. Because now I'm like I can choose to like turn that off, kind of. Because I have that, but only if I'm like really unstable. Most of the time I can be like, nah, we ain't feeling those emotions today. He has an axe in his butt. Oh,
That wasn't very nice.
he has another axe.